Welcome back, guys, to Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, where having perceived another point of weakness, the scratch on Alita's neck, something is being covered by that scarf. So using the evidence we haven't used in some senses, we come to the conclusion that of course nothing happened in the Ractor's Clear that night. We know there was shooting, but why? And why did she miss? Could it be she was assaulted? Hit with a lamp? Let's find out. What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out! This talking in circles nonsense is killing me! Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alita Tiala. Please remove your scarf. Yeek! Gotcha, I guess.
Objection!
Oh yeah, you would. This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yeah, we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my clothing.
Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
No. No! I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Whoa!
Your neck, that isn't what I think it is.
That's a strangulation mark with the cord not being hit by the lamp. So, of course we had that weird red splotch, the blood on the cord. But still, I thought she must have been struck. No, she was strangled. That's like attempted murder at the very least anyway, for Maractus. And surely you could please self-defense. Maybe swing it that way. Why did you hide this? Something did happen that night at the Maractus clinic. You needed to get that child back, no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it.
But wait! Looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened.
Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus clinic. Yuck. Yeek.
Order! Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient. We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you can save your own skin? What? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I want some company. You! And what happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. How Maractus was serious, deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
So, you were the victim.
And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. Lipstick? No blood came out of the abrasions then. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There. Are you happy now? I was out cold. Almost killed. But you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand? But how could I? Ah!
Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Miraculous Clinic, and it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet, if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala.
When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this.
Ha. Not so fast. This party's just getting started.
Now we rock!
What? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Would you not have the stomach to go all the way?
Prosecutor Gavin?
Palmeractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right! There is more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? Because we know it was, because she escaped from it. Alita Tiala half dead, Dr. Miraculous pulling that stand, and a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me? Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now. On the day of the murder, Wocky saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullets still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Miraculous some of his own medicine. And Miss Tiala heard about this from Wocky, so she went to the Miraculous Clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim, I was out cold. But what about Dr. Miraculous? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala, perhaps he fought to death. What did he do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Herr Forehead, care to guess?
Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Miraculous do?
Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? Yes. Think about the scenario here. He's just choked this lady. It's a doctor. Most likely, he probably thinks she's choked her to death. But it's in his clinic, and he knows Wocky's coming. He can't leave the body there. He has to transport it, doesn't he? So he stole, of course, the Noodle Cart that was right next door. More to the point, he was the one that emptied out all the stuff within the Miraculous Clinic itself. The proof is there. A large quantity of bowls were found in the clinic. Bowls that belonged in a certain noodle stand, which means the stand was at that clinic. Why? Because Dr. Miraculous stole it and brought it there. What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? It wasn't so random. Remember, he removed all of the bowls. Maybe because the stand was heavy. Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place.
Ah! Wait, you don't mean...
I do. Dr. Miraculous did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala. My corpse? Dr. Miraculous panicked. He thought he killed you.
His next move would be to dispose of the body.
But that's crazy talk. You're all crazy. Then let's think about it. Logically, the doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. And on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Wocky Kitaki? I question your logic.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin?
The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand. Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. What?
Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. To where exactly was the victim dragging that stand?
The bin! No, of course it's not. Think about where you dispose of a body at this point in time. And personally, I instantly think this straight away because I've been told by friends who work like local council, like round here, how many they've just seen just drift down a lonely river. Bit weird, but probably every town has those stories.
There, that's the river.
Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. I just made my town sound like a complete and utter murder hole. It's not. It happens very rarely that someone dies. But, for some reason, the river.
A perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
He didn't have many other options, Fraulein.
I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. Huh? And then, there's an announcement. Wesley Stickler, of panty-snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant, this dude using the graphic with a gun. So, I shot him?
You were the only one who could have stolen Wocky's pistol. Indeed, it had to be you. Well, Miss Tiala.
Nice work. You mean I'm right? I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? There's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Whereof what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this.
Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin?
Must I always be the one to point out Herr Forehead's errors? Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fraulein speaks of Herr Doctor's car. His car? That's right. The Maractus Clinic has that big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. So we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken. What an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Eh? Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy. Daddy? That's right! That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car.
Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it.
Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car,
A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead.
No.
No! Order, order, order! Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body?
Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. He's helping. He just wants the truth. He's good cop. Good cop, good cop. Everything I've learned.
Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night.
Sure. The car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Ha! Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together, and the explanation is simple.
If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night.
Well, we know it didn't go anywhere that night because the cell phone wasn't moved. And why was the cell phone there in the first place? Because pants were blocking the exhaust pipe of the car. Now, what happens when you block the exhaust pipe of a machine-a-majig? It don't work no more. Like certain Clavier's motorbike, reviewing everything from the past. More or less him saying it to try and make you realise it. He's a good cop. Good cop.
Let's see now. Panties again.
All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. What? That just made me think weird stuff. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the Maractus Clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them?
Why? Weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe?
Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you were here investigating? I was on my way home, and my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. Looks like such a nice bike too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. My, how interesting. While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start. What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use a noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. I'm sure we've been fed this information, and I'm sure he knew way earlier than we did. Well, Miss Tiala, but then he doesn't know about the contents of the safe, etc. This wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think. So it does. And also, he was happy. He played the guitar. He doesn't care about losing. Where? Where am I? So dark. Can't see. Cramped. The pain. My throat's burning. What's your problem? You, Doc. I know what you did. Wocky? You lied to me, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No, he'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. Ceases at once, you two. She could have so gone from self-defense. Or at least got a not so much of a sentence, maybe? Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad.
There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice.
Eh? Well, it was.
I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Wocky declared guilty, it was you.
I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing?
She's confessed to everything. Processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone he just lost. I think he already knew. He figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter, Hair Forehead?
Looks like it's time to announce the verdict.
He could have potentially been guilty in a weird way.
Court is adjourned.
Threatening someone with a knife might get you in trouble. Well, case closed. And it's nice to have the prosecution work so well towards us. Great job, Apollo. You did it.
Yeah, we did, somehow.
Wocky's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. Hey, it's you to thank.
Hey, attorney man! You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes.
Or to blame, I guess.
You get my Alita back! Stupid pointy-headed attorney with a death wish. Enough, Wocky.
Ah, Daddy? Ah, Mr. Kataki.
It's high time you open your eyes, Wocky.
What you know, old man? I think it's about time you open yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman?
Don't talk about what you don't understand, Wocky.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out.
Not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending? Yay!
Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Wocky. Oh, Wocky, Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot.
What's that? Show them the reason why, Apollo. Why is Mr. Kataki trying to become a businessman? Well, let's think about what he really cares about. His son was shot due to gangland activity, and since then he's been trying to get out of the situation. He needs a lot of money, legal money, fairly fast. Well, the reason he got out of it anyway was because he was shot. So probably something like Wocky's chart will do. The fact that he was shot in the chest, and it still remains. The health checkup just happened, so what's most likely gone on is he needs the money to procure a surgeon that can do the job. Think about it, Wocky. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Are you?
I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Wocky. But it's an expensive procedure.
Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you?
I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Wocky. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean.
Oh, those... He has tiny eyes.
Please understand, Wocky.
Dad. Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for... Wocky. This is good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. My... Wocky?
No, it's as it should be.
Mr. Kataki.
I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you.
Who, me? I don't think...
Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kentucky lime pie.
He's opening a pie shop?
So long.
Who's paying me, by the way? And he was gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo, to the Wright Anything Agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? We make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going. Huh, why not? She did help me out. There's a few questions, still need answers. Working off of curiosity, eh? Like this parrot mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first. Huh? Where? I guess. Why? To claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon. Ah, salty noodles, right. You got to stand back already? Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. Just want to use the animation again, don't you? Oh, it's special, alright. Please, anything but him. And so we reach the end of another case. And move on to a new one. Turnabout Serenade to come. Well, that I will save. And we'll move on next time on Apollo Justice. A new case. Hopefully, leading us into a bit of things about the past. Phoenix, what happened to you? And more about Clavier. Why does he like us so much to help us straight for the thing? Why is he such a good guy? He should have kind of a reason for revenge, but really doesn't seem to care. Interesting, but he's the one who took out Phoenix. Probably because he's a good guy, I don't know. We'll find out more, I'm sure, in the future. Join me then. Bye-bye.